Once upon a time in a distant city in Persia, there lived two brothers named Qasim and Alibaba. While Qasim had married a wealthy woman and lived a life of luxury as a merchant, Alibaba was a poor man. He made his living as a woodcutter, heading into the forest every day with his 3 donkeys to gather wood to sell in the market. One afternoon, while Alibaba was working deep in the woods, he heard a thunderous sound of horses galloping toward him. Fearing they might be bandits, he quickly hid himself and his donkeys behind a thicket and climbed a tall tree with dense leaves. From his hiding spot, he watched as 40 fierce-looking men, heavily armed and carrying bulging bags of loot, stopped in front of a massive smooth rock. The leader of the group stepped forward, raised his arms and cried out in a loud, commanding voice, "Open sesame!" To Alibaba's utter disbelief, the solid rock split open, revealing a dark, cavernous entrance. The men marched inside, and the rock sealed shut behind them. After some time, they emerged with empty bags. The leader commanded, "Shut sesame!" and the rock became a solid wall once more. Once the thieves had ridden away and the dust settled, Alibaba climbed down. He approached the rock, his heart racing, and whispered the magic words. The cave opened, and he stepped into a world of unimaginable wealth. Piles of gold coins, silver bars, and precious jewels that the thieves had stolen over many years. Alibaba took only as much gold as his donkeys could carry, covering the bags with firewood to hide them. When he returned home and showed the treasure to his wife, she was terrified, thinking he had turned to crime. But Alibaba explained his discovery and told her to keep it a secret. To measure the gold, his wife borrowed a measuring jar from Qasim's wife. Being suspicious, Qasim's wife put a bit of wax at the bottom of the jar. When the jar was returned, a single gold coin was stuck to the bottom. When Qasim heard of this, he was consumed by greed. He forced Alibaba to reveal the location of the cave. The next day, Qasim hurried to the forest with 10 mules, dreaming of keeping all the treasure for himself. He entered the cave easily using the magic words. But once inside, the sight of the gold made him lose his mind. When he was ready to leave, he realized he had forgotten the secret phrase. "Open barley!" he shouted. "Open wheat!" But the rock did not move. When the thieves returned and found an intruder, they killed him without mercy. When Alibaba went to find his brother, he discovered his body and brought it home. To explain Qasim's death without revealing the secret, Alibaba's clever and loyal slave girl, Morgiana, came up with a plan. She blindfolded an old cobbler and led him to the house to sew the body back together. So it looked as though Qasim had died of natural causes. However, the thieves soon realized that someone else knew their secret because the body was gone. They too